I don't watch football.
Yeah.
But I
Don't
watch.
watch.
No. I follow.
But it's good that you follow the trends.
I follow the scores of Manchester United on my phone.
You're a Man United fan.
Oh yes.
You be United fan.
How can you not love
United.
football and you love Manchester United? And for Manchester United fans, they were always following Ronaldo in the World Cup. And the argument was who was GOAT, greatest of all time. Yeah, I didn't know GOAT. I saw that thing was trending. I said, what is GOAT? GOAT. Then they said, so GOAT didn't mean, because, on social media, what I did notice was that when they did the post of GOAT, they put the GOAT. A GOAT icon there, or how do you call that?
Emoji?
Okay. A GOAT emoji there. Yeah? So I was saying, maybe they meant like a punchy. Yes.
Man.
But apparently it was just the acronym for greatest of all time. And that gave Barcelona and Manchester United fans, all the friends, they were fighting each other.
Before you continue, who is the GOAT?
Oh, I mean, it's been settled.
I mean,
No, who is the GOAT?
There's no conversation.
Who is your GOAT?
I think my GOAT is everybody's GOAT now. After he won the World
There's
Cup,
no.
Okay.
there's no conversation.
Messi. I'm a Ronaldo fan, but then at the end of the day,
You could say that
what Kwabena Messi has done.
What friends say Kwabena Messi?
Ababio Kwabena Messi. Bro, he has completed football and there is no point arguing. It's a waste of time.
He's run the race.
Yeah.
All round circle. And why is that a big argument, Ronaldo and Messi? Is it because of only the World Cup?
I think generally football fans love to hold on to something. When there's nothing to argue about, there's existential crisis. And so they always want to argue about something. So I don't even anticipate those will be the end of the GOAT debate. There would be another form. They'll try and bring up Mbappe, Haaland. There will always be some form of debate. So, but I think this one has been long-standing because this duo have had a rivalry for more than 15 years. And for Messi, I think he started pretty early, started really well, won about 2-3 Ballon d'Ors in his heydays before, was even being compared to greats as Maradona and all that. But one of his biggest critiques was the fact that he was not able to replicate his Barcelona form on the international level. And that actually came right from the center of Argentina because they don't understand why they are watching you in Spain do it for a club, but you're not doing this for our country. We need you the most. And they hadn't won any trophy for a very, very long time, I think since 1986. And so for him, when he won that Copa America, I think it was of big relief because it came off the back of losing 3 straight finals with Argentina. And he, even at a point, he had to retire from the national team and all that. And he ended up coming back, winning the Copa America. But the Copa America wasn't enough because the trophy that they really wanted was the World Cup.
Yeah,
that's the
Maradona has done it. For Argentina.
And so, if you want to compare yourself to Maradona, you have to at least bring a World Cup.
Has he now gotten the same level of appreciation in Argentina?
It's difficult to weigh. It's really difficult because I think you would have to get a perspective of someone who probably witnessed that like the greatness of Maradona. It's always difficult to put in writing.
When the generations are different.
Yeah, but for me, I've seen Messi played. No matter what I would say in 20, 30 years time, someone may not be convinced based on what they also saw of another player. And so that's the thing about football. Gen Z.
Video cassette. But who's your greatest of all time footballer?
It used to be Ronaldo until he did that Piers Morgan interview. Right now, I've cut him off like umbilical cord. He doesn't exist in my world. Lionel Ababio Kwabena Messi is the greatest of all time.
That still makes you a Man United fan?
I'm a United fan. That is why I was hurt when he went on, that show to denigrate the image of the greatest football club in the world.
It is the greatest football club.
Manchester United. We don't want to do the argument here, otherwise we'll not close
that one. You don't have to start.
Yes, we will
because
not
that
start.
you see that I actually do like.
We beg
I thought it's Real Madrid.
Let's be serious.
Come on,
man.
guys.
Come on, don't do that.
I'm a Chelsea fan, but I thought it was
Real Madrid.
You see how the Chelsea have kept quiet?
Yeah, because there's nothing to say from your side.
Don't count.
Real Madrid. Why would you even say that?
Yeah, why?
No, Real Madrid, they've won all the top cups in terms of the numbers.
If you are talking about Champions League, that is fine.
But football club there, send running Champions League.
Nah, that is not what they. That is not the
European
metric.
Cup.
That is not the metric.
Everything is going off. Everything is going off.
Yeah, right now,
So let's just stick to
I would like not to argue. My club is the greatest. Let us accept it.
Okay, now let's go
move
to
on.
Messi-Ronaldo World Cup.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like Messi has, as I said, he has completed football. He has done what, Kwabota couldn't do. Kwabota went to the World Cup and scored 1 goal against Atizigi. I was there to witness that man. Your man scored a penalty.
You were in Qatar?
Yes. Went, like he found cure for ace.
That thing that he does.
Sweet. No, it was a penalty against Atizigi. He couldn't take his country further. They were eliminated. Messi, see, the exploit of Messi, the boss man. Like, sometimes you watch him play football, you say, is this the same football that Jordan Ayew plays?
You could get my top.
Yeah, like, bro, you question, like, what kind of football Messi they play? Like, they make sense. But as I said, he has won everything. I don't know. Right now, I don't know. Maybe if I can win Ghana Premier League or something, then
we'll
everything. Because right now, the good debate, I don't want to hear anything again.
All right.
I just know.
Why do you think, you were in the stadium, why do you think Ghana didn't do well at the World Cup?
Do you want it a bit displayed or make an embellishment?
How you want to work?
Okay, Ghana Blasters. Listen, you see, next time.
but the argument will go on for very long. Why is football a big thing? Why was Qatar trending during the World Cup? Apart from, because I know that there was the issue the Europeans and the West took about why they didn't allow for the LGBTQ plus community to be given, recognition and all that.
Yeah.
And then the alcohol thing also came in.
I think it's also because it's the first time. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's the first time a really deep Arabian country has hosted it, and it's opened our eyes to how beautiful and unboring football can be for people who are not even hardcore football fans, right?
You found it unboring?
Yeah, I found it very
exciting,
inviting.
Wow.
Yeah, I found it very inviting. And I found it not dragged. God, that was so beautiful. It was so well packed, not dragged. Everything was just like you could follow without feeling like you're a core football fan. Like I could follow without having to, listen to all. No, I could just follow it simply. So the organization was great. I would say the Qatar World Cup was the global citizen of festivals when you compare it on that scale. And you can see that Qatar was also trending because one, there was that whole LGBTQ issue. Two, it's just something that people feel. I don't say racist, but people feel a bit of ownership of things that they feel should be just fully Western. And the fact that it was leaving that side came up with a lot of problems. So I decided to take it from different angles. Why are you organizing in just these short spaces? Then they took it from the angle of the LGBTQI community. Then they took it from the angle of human rights violation by the country. So there was always something being said to kind of bring down the value that Qatar was bringing to the World Cup. But beyond that, they stood up. They made it a whole show. They made it an entertainment show. Like they had Morgan Freeman on there. And that was a beauty. They had Morgan Freeman on there to open it. Yeah. It's the organization was great. The organization was very great.
Yeah, great organization. And the Arabs seem to have a lot of money to spend, but they know how to spend it right. Yeah. That's the thing I discovered. Yeah. Because, of course, we're used to the UAE. Yeah. But apparently beyond the UAE, they're neighbors just across, just seas divide them, or just shores or shorelines, But they have money, but they know how to spend it right. Unlike McMills and some of those things that we have around here. So, what are the takeouts from this? You look at how social media responded. Ghanaian content providers, Ghanaian participants on social media regarding the World Cup.
I think the takeaway is to just put your head down and put in the work, because it was a very tough battle heading into that, because the perception from everyone's mind was that, no, Qatar is not a good place, and they do all the wrong things. And if you hadn't been to the country, you would have thought, why are they going to host the World Cup there? And so I think that they had to fight a lot of misconceptions, and they did it in the best way by making their work talk for them. And now you are having FIFA consider hosting World Cups in one city, because for the first time you're having players not complaining about travel. Everything was
just around.
Yeah, it was just in Doha. And so very, very convenient
Seriously?
for footballers. Yeah, compared to South Africa in 2010, where you could travel to up to 5 cities if you got to the quarterfinal stage of the competition. Just imagine how stressful that's going to be. And so I think that for the first time, players were comfortable. Fans had a real experience, because there was the fan pack where it wasn't just about football. There were musicians. Stoneboy had the opportunity to perform.
Davido.
There were drinks there. There were Davido. There was music. There was dance. And it was just an opportunity for you to also experience the culture of Qatar. And it was very, very strategic as to how they put together all of these things. And for me, what I loved was that they didn't budge to any form of pressure. Exactly. They always went, even with the final, they gave Messi that cloth to wear that they said when you win a battle or a war, that's what you wear. And so they deemed that Messi had won a war, so they gave it. That also generated a whole lot of controversy. But at the end of the day, it was how they used the World Cup as an opportunity to shine light on their culture. And I think that's what they did well. The football was more or less the byproduct. And I think that went well as well, with the number of goals, the records being set, a final producing so many goals and all that. And, with Lionel Messi capping it off with the World Cup. I think that it was one of the great World Cups in terms of organization, the football that we saw. And so essentially, some of the lessons that they can pick from this is, despite everything that can be said about you, at the end of the day, you have the opportunity to write your own story. And everyone will judge you based on that. And so I think they took it well, and they've, painted a good picture of not just themselves, but the whole Gulf region. And now we can see the possibility of the Olympics heading there one day, which will not bring too many smiles around, especially to the Western countries.
Well, what do you think about is it Tri-Country World Cup coming up?
The Mexico.
Do you think it would?
I think it will be the opposite.
But we've had Japan, Korea before. So.
Yeah, we've had Japan, Korea, but I think it will be the opposite of what we just saw, because for the first time we're going to have 48 countries. As I said, when you have exclusive stuff, like how I said the president should be exclusive and not everyone should get access to it, just makes it nicer. When the World Cup is for a small group of countries, it makes it nicer. When you qualify, you are excited because it's just 32 countries around the world. Now it's going to be 48. It's not so tough. Yeah, it's not so tough to qualify.
But you should be happy that because that means that the probability of
qualifying
the Republic of Yampenokre qualifying. Yes, because I mean.
So it will be high.
I think from 5 now there will be 9 African countries. So at least Ghana would have a good chance of qualifying. But it's just a lot more matches, and if you don't take time, you'll be diluted in the space when it starts, because 3 different countries and the time zone, America.
Exactly.
It will be very stressful. That America,
and
Canada.
Also space.
It means that we'll be having
lots of travel.
Lots of travel from Canada.
But they will sell this whole idea on CNN and Fox to you that you're going to have a great time touring.
They are going to Saudi, but the Qatar people
but we have to go for a break, and then we'll come and wrap up, because that's when I'll ask him about meal. It's meal, or milk? Meal. After meals, I'm trying to get difficult to get used to any meal.
That was not meat at all.
That was
bus.
That was a bar.
That was a bus.
That wasn't meat.
That wasn't meat. Yeah. Okay. So, what gave you a good impression in Qatar? I'm asking because you're there. You were there.
You see, when the first day we view me crazy. View
crazy.
You are bunting, we're going crazy. The first day I stepped there, I said, what kind of oil do they have in this country? We got people to have oil, right? Where they need Zumia now, because the way they built the country, and you see, they make the conscious effort to integrate their culture into everything. Everything, even the hotel that you are going, the room, they gave us Quran in the room. That is your prerogative. But at the end of the day, it was beautiful. And all the things that the Western media, the Western world tried to portray, like trying to, instigate, preaching, Bro, me, mom, I didn't experience anything, but I was just there to have fun, and I had fun. It was a beautiful
And
experience.
you drank alcohol.
Oh, in some specific jurisdiction of.
And you have to respect their culture, right?
Exactly. Yes, man, you're not quite any you're on your own. So me, then some. By the end of the day, people had fun. The first time, some guy be carry alcohol put a binoculars or something like that. Them catch him. People can't just.
It carry put where?
The binoculars. I don't know how. Yeah, you see the holes for it. You pour the alcohol in it.
They had a detector or something?
You can't do it too. The system to the work 247. That was like wow. I don't know.
We're taking a break. When we come back, we'll come and wrap up and then also have a focus for this year. What can we predict? These days we're in the world of predictions in the country of Yempenokre. We'll be back.